So the best thing you're gonna hear about these shocks is the adjustability. So you have ability to adjust your compression, your preload, your rebound, and then you can actually even adjust your height. So that's all available to customize your ride. So it's a lot, man. So it's either, you know what I mean? One thing you'll notice is, I'll be honest with you, stock suspension, only one knob, so you really don't get enough adjustability. You can tell it looks like a real cheap shock. It's actually probably see the difference. It's a linear shock as well, so I shouldn't say this, but the difference between these, and a lot of people ask, between the Screaming Eagle Ohlins, the Ohlins that actually Ohlins make is a linear shock, whereas the Screaming Eagle ones are progressive. So where these are all equally lengthed and they have equally the same, resistance, the progressive shock, it might be bigger up here, smaller up here. It pretty much builds in, which isn't bad, but technically for motorcycles, it's usually better to have a linear shock. You'll read about it online a lot, is what the research I've concluded. But yeah, man, we'll give it a test out for ourselves. So here it is. It's filthy. We're about to clean it up. Do a little review on the new suspension. What you guys think? I should get rid of the ghost pipe? Still got stretched back, so I'm keeping it on there just for now. We did Ohlins rear and front. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean the bike. These, they look ugly. Let's see if I can find something else. Nah, we'll just leave them there, but I need something a little bit more shiny. So I picked up that rear suspension, front suspension, little luggage rack, because I'll be honest with you, I never used my tour pack. I just cleaned and lubed the chain yesterday, pulled back wheel, so we're just gonna clean the whole outside, get it ready to go. We're gonna test out this suspension today. You see I got the 044s on the back, X22s on the front. I might adjust it a little bit, not much. These are underrated, man. This is what you want. They can say bag liners all they want. Get Harley saddle, man. This is like a suitcase. Denver. I'm from Denver. Denver, you go up to the mountains, it's like crazy riding experience. Over here, it's going straight in a circle. Oh, you guys got peep this Kyle Wyman shirt I got. Harley Davidson, how you let Moto America make better shirts than you? So at this point, I'm saying, oh, this video is about to be trash because it's raining. I can't really test nothing out. But where I'm gonna go is is the Okeechobee Lake. So this is the drive to the Okeechobee Lake. There's a couple curves and things like that, but the good thing is like you can drive pretty fast and there's not really any police around because it's a lot of farmland, not a lot of traffic. One thing I really noticed, and if you have a street glide, I'm sure you've noticed already, when you go on higher speeds, you get the wobble. Now, I used to address that by just squeezing my legs on the tank, and you got more control on the bike. But once you start putting like weight in your bags and your tour pack and your passenger, that wobble is like, it's gonna happen. It doesn't matter how much you squeeze your tank. But once I put this suspension on, it doesn't wobble. It's crazy. Like I could hit a bump at like 110, 120, and the bike won't wobble, man. And it handles like a dirt bike. Like I can't even. I'm not even lying. Like I can swerve in and out. Like my first thing I noticed. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to wheelie the street glide. I don't know if it's the T-bars, what I'm lacking, or the skill. I mean, I'll get the wheel up, but once I put this suspension on, it's been harder, man. And I think it's because that's not a bad thing. So the other suspension's so stiff that when you try to wheelie, it locks up right away. I really haven't adjusted the rebound. I hear if you put the rebound all the way to the right and you put your compression all the way to the left, that's how you offset that. I haven't really tried because I got stretch bags. I'm not trying to scrape the bags yet. I have the long pipe. I ain't trying to scrape my pipe yet. Maybe when I get a new pipe, new bags, I think that's next on the list. I've pretty much completed everything I wanted to do. The torque pulls good, the horsepower's good. And the good thing is when I got these up here at Daytona, it actually came with the bracket that allows you to use your tour pack and your luggage racks. So usually they come with this little mount that goes right next to where your tour pack mounts, and you have to buy like an extra bracket. It's from Legend Suspensions, like $400-500. Kraus has one for $500. Big Bear Performance has a pretty expensive one. So I mean, when I talked to them, they said, yeah, this is actually one of our new brackets. And you know, I was happy because I was like, oh man. I like these supermoto bikes. But back to the suspension. I would say if you're gonna go to a rally, yo, do it at the rally, because it's like they did the rears, which I could install myself. That's easy enough. But the good thing is they dial them in for you. Now the way I ride, the way they dialed them in, like I said, it kind of like offset when I try to like, you know, lift the wheel on my bike. The suspension would adjust so good that the bike would just grip and go, which, like I said, is a good thing because that's what you want. Like, if you go to the track, you don't want your wheel lifting up, you don't want things like that, but you try to do cool stuff and try to show off your friends, that's what you want to do. But I can't lie, the way they set it up, it handles great, man. I can cut in and out of traffic. I barely feel bumps. It whips good, man. And I wasn't the type that was like, oh, I'm gonna go buy suspension. But pull over real quick. I gotta make sure this is recording because this is a beautiful view. Like I was saying, I wasn't really the type to go and buy suspension, but I thought it was really all hype, you know, and it's a big ticket. really is. Like, I probably could have gone big bore. I probably could have done everything else I wanted, but when you want performance, like in terms of like doing turns and things like that, I mean, yeah, it was worth it. So I was like, I'm gonna do the fronts while I do the backs, and it's true. I'll be honest with you, the fronts was actually more noticeable than the backs. I really haven't messed with them. The backs has so much adjustability. I think once I mess with the compression, I get the rebound settings how I want, where how I ride, how I want to ride. I like it, and that's the best part too, is adjustability. If I want to ride comfortable one day, up the rebound, lower the compression to about mid-range. If I want to ride hard, where I'm doing something else, I lessen the rebound. If I'm trying to stunt, lessen the rebound, more compression. I can raise and lower the shocks how I want. I've got them at 13 inches. I'm probably going to raise them a little bit more. I was just a little nervous my chain was going to rub on my primary chain. I mean, my primary bolt. But, yeah, man. This road was super bumpy. I'm hitting this road at 100. Easy. It's a bumpy road, man. It goes up and down, up and down. If I did this without my suspension, I've rode this road before, I'd be wobbling like crazy. And this suspension does make me invincible. Like you still have ways to make mistakes. It's just this is easier to correct those mistakes if you make them. Oh, look at that. Is that the KTM guy? I told you guys I'll catch up to him. Back to what we were saying. Sorry, that's like my favorite part of the ride right there. Going through all these trees. Feels like you're in a tunnel. So like we said, rebound is how fast the shock's gonna jump up. Compression's how stiff or soft your shock compresses. And preload kind of like sets the shock, where it's at. So that's like, it's so much, man. I'm not an expert. You'd have to talk to one of the guys, watch one of the YouTube videos that explains it. But I mean, sometimes they say less is more. But this is more of like, this gives you everything, man. This is like, you can literally, it's crazy. I gotta play with it a little bit more. I feel like once I get it the way I want, because I'm more, like I said, I want to be able to pop a wheelie without killing myself. The fronts are good though. When I used to pop the wheel up and it go down, it would go down so hard I felt like I was gonna break the bike. Now when it goes down, I barely feel anything. So that's dope. Like I said, I've completely noticed the difference on the fronts. It's wild. And the backs too. It's just maybe I did them both at once. You know when you do something so drastically you don't notice what you've done? That's probably where I'm at. So this ride was fun though. I definitely put them to the test here. Like I said, this road's bumpy, man. This is a bumpy road. It goes. You can see in the camera how the camera's bouncing. It's a long drive though. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta be home before 6 to get the kids. So this is a good hour there, hour back. But I cut out a lot of stuff. I gotta get gas now. By the way, thanks Joe Biden. Cost me about $30 to fill up a damn Harley. Ridiculous. Used to cost me $40 to fill up my Charger Scat Pack. Doing any crazy turns, so I can't really explain to you guys how much different it feels, but it's just the bike doesn't sway. Like before, it felt like you turned your bike, you leaned into it, it was hard to lean it back. Now it's like it's so responsive. That's what you notice right away. It's like it's so responsive. I was driving back from Daytona, I'm telling you, I was cutting in and out, and like I was like, yeah, this does feel pretty good. I just gotta mess with these rears, man. I really do. Denver, you go to all the North Carolinas and Georgias, it's a lot more twisties, more turns. Over here, it's just long roads, man. It's long. You're not gonna really see a lot of those twisties. I gotta find some. Why do you think the loop's so famous in Daytona? Because it's the only road that loops probably 3-4 times. So that's when you gotta find out if what you're getting is worth it. Everybody finds value in different things. I'm big on performance and looks, so. But I ride with my boys, man. We ride hard and we enjoy ourselves. We have fun. You know, I mean, you really can't do that with those big wheel bikes. They're not meant for that. I got a couple boys that got some in Denver, and you should see how when they go through the mountains. I'm not gonna lie, they can whip their bikes, but them going through the mountains, you can see the struggle they got. When you're trying to turn a 30-inch, when you're trying to turn a 26-inch, it doesn't handle the same, man. It kind of like takes away like from the fun in riding. Like it really does. Like I like to have fun when I ride, man. I like to race my friends here and there safely. I like to drive fast, drive hard. So I'm a performance guy. It has to look good and it has to perform as good as it looks. If it doesn't do that, then it's not worth it to me. So now we're pulling up to Okeechobee Lake. Cool fact about this lake, nobody goes in it because it's probably poisoned with all the nuclear waste. They use this water to cool the nuclear power plant. So I think it's a couple times I had that what is it called? It's like the pretty much if you swim in it, it'll burn your skin. I don't know if I think it's called red algae. I think so. You can comment and tell me if I'm wrong. But this is a crazy road too. Now, if you live in Florida, there's an actual Okeechobee lake ride all around the lake, and it takes like 8 hours. I'm not even lying. To go around the whole Okeechobee Lake is huge. I did it one time. Probably never do it again because it's not really a lot of scenic views. You're just looking at, you see what I'm seeing right now? That's what you're seeing the whole time, right there. Just a whole bunch of water. It was cool, we did it, but I am not doing that ever again. Straight up. Way too long of a ride. Oh my god, this was open the whole time? That's fucking great. I wonder what's that, the bike's already dirty. All that hard work for nothing. Incredible. Ugh, look at that. Some got murked up. Make sure this bag doesn't pop open. I think it popped open while we were doing 130 miles an hour or something. It's not good. Whatever. Listen, us, you need to make a way to get rid of that into an oil bypass kit. Dirty my bike every time. So I'm gonna pretty much just shut up and let you guys know. Was it worth it? Yes. I still have to do a lot of adjustments. I still have to, you know what I mean, find out what's right for me, what fits for me, my riding style. My bike's not done yet, so there's so much more I still gotta do. Yeah, man, I mean, I got some new bars coming in. I'm still deciding if I really want to change them. I'll probably go a bigger engine soon. That's my next and final hoorah, is to go to a 128. And with the cam I got now, I'm making about 120 horsepower, 130 torque. So for me to do a low compression and spend all that money to install it doesn't make sense. So I think I'm really gonna go full blown, bigger cam, bigger valve springs, ported heads. That's the next stop. But yes, for the suspension wise, I'm pretty satisfied, man. Especially the front suspension. The rear I'm still adjusting and things like that, but for the front and how bad the bike used to dip, I would say it's worth the purchase if you like riding. Long distance, high speeds, you notice the difference. Big bumps, you notice the difference. And I mean, cool factor, I mean, I get a lot of comments, man, nonstop. Is what are those? What is that gold thing? Are those nitros? No, they're not nitros. It's suspension. When you say suspension, they just got a confused look. But yeah, man, do it. If you're ready to pull the trigger, this is your sign. Do it. So I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the ride.